Good morning, class. So, today we are going to study the Unit 1 Cell Biology, and the topic which we are going to study today is prokaryotic cell. Okay, so we all know that life has started from the primitive cell, okay, the oldest cell. So, the oldest cell is nothing but the prokaryotic cell. Okay, so when the life have started, the initial cells which were there on the earth's surface, okay, they were nothing but the prokaryotic cell, not so well developed. Okay, so we can also say like that the life has started from the prokaryotic cells. Okay, so what does it mean? Pro means first. Anywhere wherever there is the pro, it comes, it means the first, and it also known as the before. Okay, while the karyotic is derived from the word karyon, which means the nucleus. Okay, so before nucleus, or like the early development of nucleus. Okay, so the cell is having no nucleus, but some kind of the cells, like in prokaryotic cells, there is no nucleus. Okay, so you must understand that in the advanced cells there are the perfect nucleus you will find, but in prokaryotic cell there is no nucleus. Okay, so it is called as, that's why it is called as a primitive cell or oldest cell, because it has been raised in the early ages of the earth's developmental phase. Okay, it is nothing but the single cell organelle, okay, having no nucleus or nuclear envelope. Okay, it has no membrane bound cell organelles. Like when we will study further, there is a different again type of cell which is called as a eukaryotic cell, which do have certain membrane bound organelles, but in prokaryote there is no membrane bound organelles. And in the prokaryotic cell, the genetic material floats in the region that is nothing but called as a nucleoid. Okay, so instead of being packed in nucleus, okay, in prokaryotic cell it is just present inside the cytoplasm. Okay, now we will look forward for the simple structure of the bacteria. Bacteria is one of the prokaryotic cell. So if you observe the structure of bacteria, you will find that there is an outer layer which is called as capsule, and this layer protects the inner layer which is called as the cell wall, and inside this, the cell wall, there is plasma membrane. So total there are 3 layers which are present in the bacterial cell, that is cell capsule, the outermost layer, inside that there is a cell wall, and in the most innermost cell which the wall which comes in contact with the cytoplasm is called as plasma membrane. So this matrix or this surface which you are seeing, okay, is nothing but called as cytoplasm. As I said that there are no membrane bound cell organelles in this. Okay, so what is there? You will find the ribosome. Ribosomes are nothing but small dotted portions, okay, which you will see inside the cytoplasm. Okay, these are nothing but responsible for the protein synthesis. Okay, so these are the factories which releases or which synthesizes the proteins. Okay, there is one more part that is called as mesosome. Okay, and inside this I will show you that here you will find that the chromatin material is just suspended inside this cytoplasm, that is called as the nucleoid region. This region is called as nucleoid, and here the chromatin material will be just floating inside, and it is many times it is found there is one more part of that is called as mesosome, which is generally attached to the plasma membrane. Okay, and for the locomotion or the movement there are the flagellas. Okay, for attachment with the other bacterial cell there are pili. Okay, the hair like projections which you can see. So this is just a simple structure of the bacterial cell. Okay, so what are the uses of bacteria or any prokaryotic cell rather than just a bacteria? It is used in different fields like agriculture, food, medicine, and bioremediation for detoxifying the chemical compounds which are found in the water okay, polluted water. And in agriculture, like there are certain soil bacteria or prokaryotics which just fixes the nitrogen and helps for the natural as a natural fertilizer. For food production, especially in the dairy products, it is generally prokaryotes are used, okay. As a medicine, they are the source of antibiotics. E. coli is generally used in biotechnology, different as a tool it is generally being used, okay. And here the last, as I mentioned earlier only, the bioremediation, there are certain bacteria which generally help for the detoxifying the pollutants which are present in, or chemical compounds which are present in the water bodies. So this is just a brief discussion about the prokaryotes, a simple structure of bacteria and the uses of bacteria.